module for cellular data, but it does use Wi-Fi to connect to the network, do software updates, and securely communicate with the user's mobile device during an orb verification. So with a couple of screws, he'll be able to remove that, and later the Wi-Fi module will come out and free it from the orb completely. Directly beneath that, we will see the fan shroud and cooling system for the NVIDIA Jetson Orin that powers the orb as the brain of it. This NVIDIA Jetson Orin is a significant upgrade from the previous generation of the orb. I believe it's almost an order of magnitude more AI compute, which is really important because the orb is running over a dozen machine learning models locally during the orb verification in order to make sure that the person in front of the orb is actually a human, not a cat, not a dog, not a photo of a human, not a mannequin head, and ensuring that they are not trying to trick the orb in one of various ways. For example, the orb can tell if you're wearing contact lenses. It can tell if they are colored contacts or clear contacts, and will reject the verification if they are colored contacts. So, he has now removed the Jetson module. This is essentially the brain of the orb. It's quite small, but quite powerful. NVIDIA has done a wonderful job designing and building these. The heatsink is for cooling. So the shroud over the back ensures that all of the air passes through the heatsink, and the fan, which we can see at the top of the orb, and we'll get a better view of in a minute, is what actually forces the air to pass through and keep everything nice and cool. So now he is removing the screws to access the front portion of the orb, where the white shell will come off on the front. It's all quite a compact package. I'm extremely impressed with how much we managed to cram in there. And in just a moment, we'll be able to see the orb without any shells at all. A few things you might notice from the back here. There's these capacitors on the power board. So within the orb, you'll see the two circuit boards. The top one is the main board, the bottom one is primarily responsible for managing the power. The orb can be either battery operated or connected to a power supply directly, depending on how it's being used and where. And with those capacitors,